Welcome to LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Nicole Capizzi.
And I'm Sarah Zarnomsky. Here's your news now.
For all college students, the Benjamin Franklin Parkway is calling you this Saturday, September 28th, for the annual Campus Philly College Day Festival. Bring your valid college ID and enter a number of the city's most renowned museums for free. The event runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit www.campusphilly.org. Cabrini College celebrates Homecoming Weekend for the first time in years, starting this Friday, September 27th. Visit www.cabrini.edu/homecoming for a full list of the events. LOQation got the chance to get on the field and in the action for the women's soccer game. Let's check in with Nick to see what happened over the weekend.
The game started with Cabrini taking control in the first half. Gwen and Mercy didn't have many scoring opportunities, but sophomore Thea Horgazalu broke through to get a shot off on freshman goaltender Mercer Jenkins, but she was up to the task, recording her first of 4 saves on the day. The first half came to a close in a 0-0 tie. After one half of play, the Cavs already had 9 shots on goal. A defensive miscue set up sophomore Megan Martin for a one-on-one opportunity, which was barely saved by Gwennon's goaltender Jess Tadley. Martin then crosses to Caitlin Cooper, who hit the crossbar, nearly scoring for the Cavs. The Cavs kept the pressure going as 10 minutes later, Junior Ardiri hit the top crossbar again, nearly scoring for the Cavs. But just under 2 minutes later, Melissa Scanzano had the ball in the box, got a nice shot off and a nice save by Tadley in the box to keep it scoreless. But then in the 74th minute, a rather unusual pass from Carrie Hinkleman gets to senior Mary Kate McCann. She scores, giving the Cavs a 1-0 lead late in the second half. The Cavs' celebration was short-lived as just under 20 seconds later, Gwen and Mercy struck back with a goal of their own, tying the game at 1 apiece. The Cavs didn't give up as Caitlin Cooper takes a long shot and hits the crossbar for the second time in this game. The Cavs had one more corner as it was punched out by great goaltending by Tadley. The Cavs struggled to make another offensive push to get another goal by the end of the game, but the game does end in a tie, 1-1. After the game, we caught up with senior defender Mary Kate McCann, who scored the only goal for the Cavs, and talked a little bit about the game and what to expect moving forward.
We played our first CSAC game today. We all went out hard, wanted to win, but Gwen came out for us because we beat them last year for the CSAC championship. So it was a tough match. We ended up in a tie, but we all went out there and gave it our all. Unfortunately, we did not win, but we are ready to take on next time we play them. After we scored, we got a little too excited. We broke down a little bit, and they came right back at us. It was unexpected, but it's a learning process. We know what to do next time, to come out, go out hard, and play 90 full minutes of soccer to our best of our ability.
And that was your trip around the block. So Kevin, tell me what's been going on with sports.
Well, the Eagles are coming off another tough loss, and they have a pretty tough opponent this week as well, so we'll see if they can rebound. The Eagles suffered another defeat, this time at the hands of former head coach Andy Reid. Chip Kelly's Eagles fell to the Kansas City Chiefs by a score of 26-16 last Thursday in Week 3, committing 5 turnovers in the loss. Next, the Eagles have to deal with Peyton Manning and the undefeated Denver Broncos. Manning has thrown 12 touchdowns and attempted 122 consecutive passes without throwing an interception to start the season. Game time is at 4:25 on Sunday. The Cabrini women's volleyball team continued its winning ways with a pair of sweeps over the weekend. In Saturday's tri-match at Widener University, the Lady Cavs swept out Widener and Haverford to improve to 11-3 on the season. They play their second home match on Thursday against Immaculata. As the Phillies season begins to wrap up, a devastating injury hit a star pitcher. Roy Halladay, who threw a pair of no-hitters with the Phillies in 2010, left his Monday start against the Marlins early with arm fatigue. Halladay appeared weak and tired and has reportedly dealt with health problems for most of the season. Sitting at 203 wins in his career, Halladay's career may now be in jeopardy as the 36-year-old was set to become a free agent in November. Tune in next week for highlights from a busy homecoming weekend in Cabrini sports, as well as a recap of the Eagles' game against the Broncos. Now here's Sarah with your trip across the nation.
During the recession, we haven't heard a lot about illegal immigrants entering the country, but now the amount of immigrants illegally entering is at an all-time high. In 2009, illegal immigrants living in the U.S. was estimated at 11 million, but studies show that number has been raised to close to 12 million. Studies say the reason for the increase is because the United States economy has begun to grow again, so more people are looking to the U.S. for jobs. The director of research at the Center for Immigration says that unless we legalize those who are already here or enforce the laws, the numbers will continue to grow. Sexual and domestic violence are now widespread issues. The Avon Foundation for Women found during a study that 54 million Americans have been the victim of domestic violence, including 1 in 3 women. During the same study, they found that 1 in 5 women have been a victim of sexual assault. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that 35% of women and 28% of men have been the victim of rape, physical violence, or stalking by a partner. This isn't an issue to stay quiet about, so if you or someone you know in the Cabrini College community have been a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault, please contact Campus Public Safety immediately. The Walt Disney Company has started making changes to its parks, so guests are able to have a more magical experience. But some recent changes have caused issues. Disney announced it will be changing the way guests with disabilities are able to enter the rides. In previous years, guests with disabilities are able to enter a ride through the back entrance, but the company found a lot of people taking advantage of the rule, including their own cast members. So effective October 9th, a guest with a disability will be given a park-issued disability card. Parents are already complaining that some children with autism or other disabilities may not be able to stand in line for a long period of time. A spokesperson from the Walt Disney Company told parents that they did not want to make the change, but it was an issue and it had to be dealt with. On Sunday, the campus mansion was filled with the sounds of the Opera Ogie New York. Let's take a look.
Today we are presenting a group from New York, an opera company called Opera Ogie New York, Ogie meaning today. They will be presenting a production of Suor Angelica, which translates to Sister Angelica, a one-act opera composed by Puccini.
Suor Angelica is the opera that we performed this afternoon here at Mother Cabrini. This day, it's been 7 years since she saw her aunt, heard about her family, knows nothing about her child, her son. And we find her the aunt comes to the convent, much to the surprise of everyone else. It's a cloistered convent. And she ends up saying many things, including, you have to sign over your land. Oh, and by the way, your son is dead. She, of course, goes hysterical, has vision, and speaks about her son wanting her to come to heaven. She mixes a concoction, drinks it, and then screams out, I'm damned, I'm damned. Asks the Virgin Mary for forgiveness. Suddenly the Virgin Mary, the statue, comes to life. And a miracle occurs. She brings her son from heaven and shows her son, beautiful 5-year-old boy, and Suor Angelica, the son, and the Virgin Mary all ascend to heaven. So it's a very exciting, very emotional opera, and we do hope to come back.
And that was your trip across the nation. All right, Val, please tell me what happened in entertainment this week.
Well, The Voice came back with another season, and it seems pretty good, so let's take a look. The old gang is back. The original superstar coaches of NBC's reality competition series, The Voice, are back together. Season 5 premiere was on Monday, September 23rd, introducing fans to various jaw-dropping performances. Blake Shelton, Adam Levine, Christina Aguilera, and CeeLo Green are ready to reclaim their red thrones and hope to find America's newest singing sensation. Personally, I am looking forward to seeing who will kick Blake Shelton off the winner's seat. On September 22nd, the 65th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards were held at the Nokia Theater in Los Angeles. As the event honored recent achievements of the TV world, tributes were also given to entertainers who died recently, such as Jonathan Winters, Corey Monteith, David Goldberg, James Gandolfini, and Gene Stapleton. The ceremony brought a lot of excitement and tears. Of course, we cannot forget about the best and worst dressed on the red carpet. What did you think about the show? Tweet us your thoughts at LOQation News. Miley Cyrus opens up to Rolling Stone. It looks like Miley Cyrus is on the October cover of Rolling Stone naked. Not to mention, sources revealed Miley's tattoo she got on her feet, which says Rolling Stone just for the shoot. The 20-year-old pop star has been getting all types of attention, mostly negative, ever since her eye-opening performance at the 2013 VMAs. That was your weekly entertainment update. Now let's check in with Nicole for your news around the world.
A siege at Kenya's largest shopping mall in Nairobi, launched by Islamic radicals, which dozens of shoppers were killed and more than 170 were injured, appears to finally be over. With the crisis entering its fourth day, Kenyan officials declared that all hostages being held at the Westgate shopping mall are free. They also claimed that the Kenyan military had taken back control of the building from al-Shabaab militants. The Somali al-Shabaab Islamist group has claimed responsibility for the attack, although its claim is still being investigated by Kenyan authorities. A powerful earthquake in Pakistan has not only cost dozens of lives, but it's also prompted the appearance of a small island off the coast, Pakistani officials said. The 7.7 magnitude quake struck in a remote area of southern Pakistan on Tuesday, but it had severe consequences. According to CNN, at least 46 people were killed in Awaran in Balochistan province. Officials fear people are still trapped in the rubble. A much-anticipated meeting between the U.S. President Barack Obama and the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani did not happen on Tuesday, according to White House officials. There had been speculation that the pair would meet on the fringes of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The meeting would have been the first such encounter since the Islamic Revolution toppled the Shah of Iran in 1979. But Obama administration officials said that while the U.S. offered a meeting, the Iranian delegation turned it down, saying it was too complicated. The White House said that a meeting will ensue on Thursday between the U.S. Secretary of State, John Kerry, his Iranian counterpart, and other foreign ministers. That meeting is intended to address reviving negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. On Tuesday, LOQation was on site at Cabrini's Carnival, sponsored by Capboard. Here's Lauren with the story.
Here we are at the Cavalier Carnival, sponsored by Capboard, as part of Cabrini's Homecoming Week and Cavalier Spirit Week. Let's check out with some of the students to see what's going on.
I have been going out, playing volleyball, having a great time. I haven't tried the food yet. The food, I heard, is completely amazing. I wanted to get out of my dorm because I thought it was going to be so much fun here. And just a great environment, so small, not a big college, it's just great. Go Cavaliers!
I came to the carnival because Cabrini always has, or Capboard always has very good events, and they're always very entertaining and give me something to do at night, and this night's event was nothing different. The band, they had a band come to campus called the Funky Tea, which is like a quasi-jazz funk indie rock band, so it's a little bit of everything, and they do some of their own original work and also covers of some, fun dance songs that I like to move around to. So.
Well, it's our second time playing at Cabrini, the Funky Tea, and we played earlier this year in May at a cool luau party, and so that went over real well, so we got invited back to play again, and had a really good time. Try to play music everybody wants to hear, keep them dancing, make it funky, keep everybody having a good time, keep the party going.
Well, that's it here from the Cavalier Carnival. It sounds like everyone had a great night filled with food, fun, live music, and prizes. I'm Lauren Height on location for LOQation. Now back to the newsroom.
Thanks for catching up with us this week. For LOQation Weekly News, I'm Nicole Capizzi.
And I'm Sarah Zarnomsky. Make sure you stay up to date with us throughout the week by following our social media platforms. Simply search LOQation News. Have a fun-filled week, Cabrini.